Hey everyone, it's Jananie and welcome back to my channel, This Story Ain't Over. So today I'm coming to you with another Bujo video, my third one ever, so my third bullet journaling video. And this time I decided to go with more of a reading theme, so these are all of the reading spreads that I want to lay out at the beginning of my journal to look forward to in 2021. All of these spreads are going to track some sort of reading or list that I have of books that I want to read in 2021, so I'm really excited to just be able to check these books off by the end of the year. And this video is being kindly sponsored by Skillshare, so thank you so much to them, and I'll be talking about them a little bit more before the end of the video. Hello friends, welcome back to another bullet journal video. I love making these videos for you guys, so this is just always a treat. But for today's video, I am doing some reading spreads for 2021. So all of these involve a lot of pictures of photos, which you will soon see me cutting, and a lot of these spreads actually took a lot longer than I expected them to take. Like, I think I spent 3 to 4, maybe even 5 hours on the 4 spreads that I did for this video. So hence why this video is longer than the other ones, but hopefully you'll still enjoy the show. So here I'm just cutting out some book covers really quickly. I cut out so much footage of me cutting book covers out because I have really bad scissors. I need to get new scissors, and the original long pink cutter that I had wasn't as accurate as I was hoping, so that was also a thing. But here I am setting up the first spread, which is my anticipated releases of 2021 page, and I am kind of making a little title corner here with this sticker from The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I forget what the quote says, but this was something that I got in an Illumicrate box, I think, and I also used it on the inside cover of my bullet journal in my 2021 setup video. It was just a different quote. So I use this in the top left corner and use some craft paper, packing paper that I had to just add a little title space on the top right, and then I stuck in all of these covers, and that was also a thing that took forever, sticking in all of these covers, because just trying to get the glue on each of them because they're so tiny was just a mission and a half. But here I am just writing in the title for this page, anticipated releases. I don't really love how I wrote that, but I didn't write it directly horizontal because I didn't think it would fit, but then it kind of looked weird diagonally, so here we are. And then I decided to add some washi tape as usual, and for these spreads I'm still going with that kind of starry gold Addie LaRue theme to keep in line with the other kind of setup pages at the beginning of the bullet journal, and I think it went quite nicely. And then I'm just adding in the dates for all of these books for when they come out, and I did organize them by dates, so it starts with lore and then it goes all the way to the end to XOXO. And I think I mentioned this in my 2021 bullet journal setup, but I am planning to use this bullet journal for only the first half of the year, so I only put the first half of the year anticipated releases that I have that were in a video that I posted in December, so I'll link that here for you if you want to go check it out and learn more about these books. But yeah, I'm gonna put the anticipated releases for the second half of the year in my second journal for the year, so you can look forward to another setup video for that. And then in terms of these anticipated releases, I think the ones that I'm most anticipated for are definitely An Emotion of Great Delight by Tahara Mafi, Anna K. Away because I loved Anna K, and I'm also super excited about The Chosen and the Beautiful because it just seems super cool. It's like a Great Gatsby novel, but it follows Jordan Baker if she was an Asian immigrant, and it's just super cool, and I just love the concept, so I'm really excited for that book. And now I am getting into my top 21 physical books on my TBR. So these are all the ones that I own that I have yet to read. And this was just a kind of simple spread, and I don't even think I included all 21 books. I think I missed one here, but that is a running theme for me, so it's fine. But here I just added some washi tape at the bottom, and then I'm gonna add a title on the left. Alright, so now we're getting into one of the most horrifying moments of doing my bullet journal, and that was when I put this next letter a Q instead of a P. And so I spent a few minutes just like freaking out, and then I got a white piece of paper and I just covered it up and it was all okay. I couldn't find my like whiteout for some reason, so that's why I didn't use whiteout, but I'm gonna use whiteout in the future. But I still think it looks kind of cool with this random little piece of white paper. But yeah, I did kind of want to bold out the part where it says physical TBR, so that's why I did it in black instead of gold like the rest of the title. And then in terms of these books on my physical TBR, I think I'm most excited probably for Circe. That's one that I have been meaning to pick up for like years and I just haven't, but I think it's going to be really good. So I really want to pick that one up. And then a bunch of the other books on that TBR are also on my January TBR, like The Henna Artist and The Memory Police. So I am excited to see if I'll like those ones. And then now I am working on one of my new favorite spreads, which is my top 21 wish list books to read in 2021. So I believe the video for this should be up, or it should be going up a few days after this one, but I am so excited about so many of these books, and they're basically a bunch of books that I do not yet own that I'm super interested in and that are kind of out of my comfort zone. Well, a lot of them are, not all of them, and I am hoping to kind of pick them up from the library and read them, and if I love them, I will go and buy them and keep them as part of my collection. But here I'm also creating another title page part, and I'm just scrunching up some like craft packing paper and gonna use that for the background, along with some like black paper as well. And I don't know if you saw it just a minute ago, but the right side page here on the spread was actually kind of coming out because of the way I had cut out a previous page for another spread earlier. And so I had to actually stick it back in with that washi tape in the middle, the gold there. So that's why it's like kind of covering the entire like crease. All right, and now we're getting into why I like this spread so much. I decided kind of last minute to write in a little kind of objective for the year, which is a new book buying habit thing here. So I've said this in multiple videos, but I also said it in my goals video for 2021, my January TBR, and I said that I wanted to buy less books this year. I spent a lot of 2020 kind of just buying a bunch of books that I seemed vaguely interested in, and now I have an overflowing collection, basically. So I really want to be more intentional about the books I buy in 2021, and so I want to borrow more from the library, including ebooks and audiobooks, which are so easy to get through the app Libby, which I use a lot now. It kind of connects to multiple libraries that I have cards for, and I can just borrow ebooks and audiobooks whenever I want, and it's just a really nice thing to have. And I have listened to a lot of audiobooks towards the end of 2020 through Libby, so that was really nice. And then I ended up with some extra like empty space on the craft paper, so I decided to take off that piece of washi tape and replace it with a slightly longer one so that I would fill up the space nice and perfectly. But of course, your bullet journal never has to be absolutely perfect. As you can see throughout this video and other videos that I've done, I am by no means a perfect bullet journaler, and I find that I often like do things and then rip them out or completely redo them because I'm just not satisfied with them the first go around, or I just don't know what my like artistic vision is for the spread the first time around. So it's always nice kind of going back and just remodeling things to suit my tastes. And I just always love how things turned out by the very end. And then now I'm just adding a couple stickers here on this page from Owl Crate. I got them in an Owl Crate box, I think the November one. And I've received those stickers in an earlier box as well, and I absolutely love them. They're just really cute black and white bookish stickers. And now we are on to the third spread with pictures on it of covers, and this one is the series I need to finish in 2021, or the ones I need to catch up on. So I also have a video for this, and I will link that on the screen or in the description for you. But yeah, all of these series are ones that I've been kind of putting off finishing for a while, except for the Poppy War. I only recently started reading that series. I finished the Poppy War at the end of 2020 and absolutely loved it. And actually, when I am filming this or recording this voiceover, I actually just finished the Dragon Republic and I loved it. It was super great. I don't think I loved it as much as the Poppy War, but I definitely enjoyed it still, and I'm super excited to see where the third one is going to go, because like everything I think that is going to happen in that series like doesn't happen. It just like goes like in a completely different direction, and I absolutely love how unpredictable it is. And now I'm just adding a little like sticker here again. These are the Starless Sea stickers that I have from Illumicrate. So I added that into the bottom left corner because I had a bunch of space there, and I had to kind of rejig the placement of the covers. I did a lot of that while filming this video. I had so much trouble trying to figure out where I wanted to place the book covers, so yeah, it may seem like it went really quickly in this video because of the way I edited it, but it took me forever to figure out how I wanted these spreads to be. Now, as I draw more star constellation Addie LaRue things here, I just want to say how thankful I am to all of you who responded so wonderfully to the bullet journal videos that I posted at the beginning of this month. You were all so very kind and sweet, and I honestly didn't know how these videos would go over with like all of you, because I know this is something new that I don't usually do, but you all received them so well, and I was just so like heartwarmed by the end of it, like after reading so many of your comments. So I just wanted to say thank you for being so very supportive and just coming along with me on this journey. Alright, so now we are on to the last spread of this video, which is going to be my reading trackers. So on the left here, I'm doing a bit of a bookshelf, and this is something that I got from Books with Chloe, and I've seen a few other people do this as well. But I absolutely love Chloe's journaling videos. Go check them out. Her channel is Journal with Chloe, the journaling one. And what she does is that she draws like kind of a bookshelf, and then the books like with their spines out on the bookshelf, and so you can kind of color them in once you read a book and kind of count or track how many books you've read in the year. You can also kind of like write the names of the book on the spines if you want as well. So I started doing this, and honestly this is like my least favorite page of this entire bullet journal because I just hate how I ended up drawing these books. I started with a ruler, and then I got really impatient and tired, and so I just ended up freehanding them, and they ended up looking even worse, as you can see by all the crooked lines, but whatever, we're just going with the flow. I actually don't know how many I ended up drawing. I definitely think it was more than 50, but it was less than 100. My goal for 2021 is about 75 books, but I think it was still less than that, like the ones that I drew here. So we'll see. I might end up just like coloring these in just to like look pretty by the end of the year. But yeah, just wasn't my favorite thing. And I think the spines are just like too small to write the name of a book on as well, so I probably won't be doing that. But on the right here, I created a genre tracker, so I kind of copied my content tracker that I did in the 2021 bullet journal setup, like the just regular life setup. So on that I was like tracking content and the videos that I was doing each month. So for this tracker, I want to track the genres that I'm reading each month and the age categories that I'm reading. So as I said, I want to read more adult books in 2021. So I'm going to be tracking the YA versus adult books that I read in each month. So like say 2 YA books versus like 6 adult books, whatever it ends up being. And then I also want to track the different genres, so like contemporary, sci-fi, historical fiction, like all of them. There's so many. And I think I also put like graphic novels in there. I do want to read more graphic novels and manga in 2021. I read a lot in 2019, but I didn't do much manga reading in 2020. So I definitely want to change that in 2021. So I'm excited for that. So if you guys have any like manga recommendations, let me know. I think I have like one manga recommendation video up on my channel, which a lot of people just end up going back to watch, which I really appreciate. But I would love to do another one. I just haven't read any recently, so that's why I haven't. Just finishing this off, I really do like the kind of black, white, and gold aesthetic that I've done for this entire 2021 bullet journal setup. It just is so simple and eye-catching, and I just really like how it's turned out. Okay, but we're nearing the end of this video, so I'm going to quickly tell you about the sponsor of this video, Skillshare, and then come back for the final flip through. Alright, but those are all of my reading spreads for this 2021 bullet journal. I am so excited about all of these books, and I've done multiple videos of each of these lists, so go check them out. I will leave the links in the description. But before we go, I want to talk a little bit about the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. So Skillshare is an online learning platform for creative and curious people where you can find thousands of classes on various topics, including illustration, art, creative writing, video making, like anything that you could think of. There is a class for it on Skillshare. The classes also have a really cool setup where there are multiple videos in each class that cover a different topic of the thing that you're trying to learn. And then there's also a class project that you can take part in to apply the skills that you have learned in the class. But the class that I want to highlight today is by Amanda Rach Lee, who I've mentioned many times in my Bujo videos because she is a huge inspiration for many for bullet journaling. But she has a class on Skillshare called The Ultimate Guide to Creative Planning and Journaling. And this is basically a kind of bullet journal basics class where you can learn a lot about, laying out your designs and different font styles that you can do and just different ideas that you can apply to your bullet journaling. A lot of the kind of journaling that I do in my videos as well. So I highly recommend going and checking out that class because it's just a lot of fun and gives you a lot of skills to apply to your bullet journaling if you are new to it. But yes, Skillshare is less than $10 a month for a premium subscription where you can get access to thousands of classes. And the first 1,000 people who click the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. So go click that link in my description. You do not want to miss out on this because Skillshare is just a great asset to have in your life when you want to learn new skills, and also if you want to develop something on the side when you have extra time. But yes, I love Skillshare. As you guys know, I use it all the time, and I'm always trying to take more classes through Skillshare to develop more skills that I can apply to my YouTube life and to my work life, and it's just been a really great asset for me. So I highly recommend that you guys go check it out. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my reading spreads. Let me know what you guys do for your reading journal spreads. I would love to hear from you guys, and maybe I'll add more and do another video later on in the year. And I also just want to say thank you so much to all of you for supporting this new content on my channel. All of you have been so great, and in the comments as well. And it just felt really great as I was posting these videos and feeling your great response. So thank you so much. And I hope to bring you a lot more bullet journal videos in the future. Alright, but we're back for the final flip through for the reading spreads of 2021. I really like how all these pages turned out despite how long they took to make and how frustrating it was to cut out each of the covers and glue them onto the pages. And I'm just really looking forward to, going back to this at the end of the year and kind of checking off all of these books after I've read them. I'm being really ambitious with all of these kind of lists and TBRs, but I really do want to get to all of these books. So I'm excited to kind of follow through on these by the end of the year. And I just love this whole aesthetic and just how pretty the covers look on the pages. Like, I know it took a long time, but it feels good to look at afterwards. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads in the description down below, and I will see you in my next video. So please remember that this story ain't over. Bye.